Ladies and gentlemen, please tone it down a bit. There's an announcement I'd like to read now. Wait, how am I supposed to pronounce this?
Fight!
The topic of the day: COVID is never going away. Before I get started, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to our Creator, the Most High. And I want to send a special thanks to each and everyone that is listening. Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for downloading the shows. All is much appreciated. The topic of the day: COVID is never going away. It's here to stay. And it's bringing its friends and family along for the ride. I mean, it's January the 2nd, 2022, but they introduced, the newest form of COVID, which is Omicron or something like that. But they introduced it, late last year. And for the people that think it's sweet, they're just going to throw a disease out there and they're just going to be the end of it. No, these people, and what I mean by these people, the elites, they have been planning this for a long, long time. As far as they give us the problem and the solution. And the problem is the virus, and the solution is, at first, it was the social distancing, wearing masks. Now it's the vaccines now. People have to have the vaccines, to do the most, I would say, to do normal everyday functions. You have to live by these regulations in order to keep making a living for yourself and for your family. But, like I say, with, I put it in another show, they start small with all of their plans. They always start small, and it's only for our consent. It's like when you first turn on the stove, it's not that hot. But over time, the heat, I would say you can feel the heat after the fire has been on for, maybe an hour. But now, it's like the new world, the fire has been up and blazing for, I would say like a year. There's so much going on. But like I say, they have to do that to get our consent. For one, is to tell us about the plan, and for number two, is to get our consent. And how do they get our consent? Well, it's a lot of ways to get consent. But the way they're doing it is through the fear. They started it with the fear. You have to get the vaccine, or you couldn't do certain things. It's like when the virus first hit, it shut down the whole nation. It shut down the commerce in this country. You couldn't leave the country or, you couldn't leave the country or go into another country without proof of vaccination. And it's still like that now. Only difference is it's not mandatory yet that you have to show proof of vaccination. But the mandates, they did that late last year too. And the mandates was aiming at the businesses, the businesses that keep this country afloat. This place runs off commerce, capitalism, business. It's like if they target the business, knowing that the majority of people, if they don't have their own business, they have to work for someone else. But this, virus problem solution type thing is aimed at the money, the way we make our money to live a certain lifestyle. And it's like, if they take the way you earn your money, you might have to resort to another way of earning money, or you have to go back to the boonies. It's like they thought about everything. It's like if you want to go and sell drugs, with all of these cameras, and recording devices, I don't even see how people are still risking their freedom to try to sell drugs. That's part of the new world. They're legalizing drugs. So they don't need the street dealers no more. That's just my personal opinion. It's like they're legalizing the weed, the marijuana. It's only going to be a matter of time before they legalize cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, whatever your drug of choice. They're going to legalize it because this is the new world, and another way to get our consent is through sedation. If we're sedated long enough with the drugs, alcohol, booze, whatever these vices, whatever vice that you have, this is like they're making the drugs legal because now they're passing where it's like they really don't want you to know what they're doing. So it's like you can legally get high, but back then there was, it's frowned upon to get high. But now this country is like, phooey, we knew y'all was getting high. But now it's like, now we gotta get a piece of the pie, and now it's okay. It's like, but you've been locking up dudes, for the same situation, for marijuana, but now you're legalizing it, and there's people that's still in prison right now. I don't care how big of an amount of the weed there was, I would say they was prosecuted for, I guess selling, but this place sells tons of weed every day. I mean, tons of weed. It's like, long as they get their cut, and it's like two reasons why they're doing it. They only doing it for, true enough, the money, but, the legalization of drugs consuming is, it's a way of sedation. It's a way to sedate the way you think. You might not be as sharp as you were if you were sober. And they're counting on that. And they're counting on the reason that you will want to use these drugs. The future might seem scary. That's why a lot of people use drugs, they're uncertain about it. And that's very true. Don't nobody know what's going to happen in the future. But to sedate your mind and your body is not a good excuse to not embrace the future. Let's start embracing, these moments. It might seem like it's scary, but it's only a test to see where you're at mentally, physically, and spiritually. Everything that we encounter is all a test. But only the strong will survive this. You know what I'm saying? But until the next time, like always, we're going to continue to fight for the truth or die for a lie. Peace and blessings to you and your entire family. I might sound a little hoarse right now, Well, forgive me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can ask. Just forgive me. Because I'm going to just say I need water. I didn't get none. Just went straight to recording. So, but you know how we do it. Until the next time, peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, please tone it down a bit. There's an announcement I like to read now. Wait, how am I supposed to pronounce this?